Good evening, Simon here, Explosive Action, and we are back for the August movie update. Got a pile of DVDs, Blu-rays, even a couple of Japanese VHS. Let's get into it. Going to start with the DVDs here, and the first five we're going to take a look at. If you watched my last movie update in July, you would have seen, as part of that, I got some DVDs off eBay. There was a seller that was selling all of these really weird and random UK release horror movies, sci-fi movies, really low rent stuff. I kind of went to town. I didn't go to town as much this time, but I got five more, and we're going to have a look at them. The first one, I had no idea this movie even existed. There's obviously the movie Piranha. There's Piranha 2. There's Piranha 3D. Piranha 3DD. I had no idea that Roger Corman did Piranha, or Piranhas, in, what is this, like 1990 or early 90s or late 80s, something like that. He remade his own film. Actually, it might be mid-90s, maybe like 1995. He remade his own film, nearly scene for scene, slightly gorier, for TV. I had no idea. I don't have no idea if it's actually worth my time, but I'm gonna watch it. It's got William Katt in it. Yeah, there you go. New Concord release. I was kind of surprised. Like, I saw the thing there and I'm like, oh, that's just a crappy UK cover of Piranha. Then went, hang on, those stars are different. Okay, and yeah, looked it up. He remade his own film, and here it is on an incredibly bland-looking UK DVD. One of those Prism Entertainment deals. So, yeah, if you've seen this remake, this made-for-TV 90s remake of Piranhas, let me know how it is. I expect badness. Next one. Speaking of badness, The Slaughter. God, look at that cover. I admit I bought it because of the cover. The cover looked craptacular. Then I watched a trailer, and the trailer looked incredibly low rent, but it kind of looked fun. I'll read a bit from the back here. 60 years ago, the evil murder of a young girl took place in a remote house which was built on an ancient ceremonial ground. Ever since the murder, the house has been abandoned, a ghostly memorial to an evil past. Things are beginning to change. 6 students have been hired for the weekend to clean up the house. It should have been a fun way to earn a little cash for their holidays, but their working vacation turns into a bloodbath of epic proportions. I doubt it'll be epic, but look, I'm hoping for some fun. As I said, the trailer was cheesy as, but look at this here. Enough blood and gore to make Leatherface himself happy. I severely doubt it. It does get an 18 rating, so, you know, that's something. Another one of these Boulevard discs that's got nothing on it. I think I did show one in the last update, a Boulevard release, and it was recorded from a Panasonic set-top DVD recorder. Hopefully they did better this time around, we'll find out. This one is going to be terrible, but I really was keen to check this one out. It's called Revenge. Has another title that I've forgotten right now. I'll put it down here. You can see the other title. But this was, I believe, a very early City Lights film. City Lights was pre-PM Entertainment. So this is a sort of late 80s kind of action thriller deal. Yeah, and as far as I know, it's only had this UK release under this alternate title of Revenge. That's not the real title. In a time of peace, prepare for war. A right-wing terrorist army strike force go on a murderous rampage in the quest to get their bloodthirsty hands on defense contractors awesome. They're supposed to have written awesome, but it's spelled awesome. That's pretty awesome. NK2 assault weapon. A hardened Vietnam vet is hired to pursue the fanatical killers and does so with vengeance after 2 loyal friends are callously slain by the ruthless members. Now it's revenge. Here you go. Now it's revenge. Roger Rod is Jason Shepard, who discovers even in the time of peace he has to prepare for war. Something dark side. It's going to be crap, but yeah. I don't know, it might be fun. The early City Lights stuff can be, you know, fun in a bad way kind of deal. So yeah, check it out. Revenge, we will see how that one goes. This one looks actually pretty entertaining. Again, I watched the trailer on this one. Another low rent, but this is Cold Hearts. It's a sort of a teen vampire kind of thing, but it seems entertaining. And I saw the cover on eBay and just went, that is so bad. I have to get this. Look, it's just a head and then a font. It's just so bad. In the tradition of the Lost Boys and Buffy the Vampire Slayer, it's one of those kind of things. Unbeknown to the ordinary citizens of quiet New Jersey town, some of the local teenagers harbor a terrifying secret that they're about to unleash upon the community. Revealing himself as an evil vampire lord, Charles the vampire lord, oh my god. His hand-picked cohorts terrorize everyone in their path, including rival vampires Victoria, that's spelled with a K, and Alicia. That's very vampiric names. When all hell breaks loose, Victoria and Alicia seek the assistance of a dark stranger, Zeth. That's Seth with a Z. This gets better and better. Whose own terrifying secret will be revealed in the light of the full moon. Look at that crap. Amazing. Yeah, I kind of like look forward to this rubbish. It's a bit of effort. Like, it's got a chapter list and everything. Anyway. But yeah, the trailer looks kind of fun for this one. What year is this? 1999. So there you go. Cold Hearts. And the last one from this craptacular selection that I don't know why I bought, but I did. This one had a mediocre thumbs up from your friend of mine, Extra the Mutilator. Dark Walker. This is the one that he said, you know, it's not too bad. The rest, I think he actually actively warned me away, so, you know, I get what I get. But Dark Walker, I think he said, was actually fairly decent. Cool cover. It's, I think it might have been marketed by Full Moon, but it's not a Full Moon. Halloween at Hobbs Groves. 7 teenagers start working as tour guides in a haunted amusement park. They begin to disappear one by one. They discover an unspeakable monster that walks the grounds. They can unravel the mystery of the Dark Walker before it's too late. Directed by Danny Draven from Hell Asylum and Horror Vision. Horror Vision's another Full Moon. Don't know if they made it again. I think they might have just released it. Produced by Chuck Williams from Stitches and The Vault. Now, The Vault is another I might pick up, but it looks pretty bad. Anyway, so yeah, Dark Walker. I'm expecting some violence and some slasherness, so there you go. Anyway, that's how I wasted my money. How'd you waste yours? To counteract that, I went to the local charity shop, and they are doing, and apparently it's chain-wide, so it's a charity shop called Vinnie's, short for St. Vincent de Paul. Very popular here in Australia. They're everywhere. Every single town has got a Vinnie's and a Salvos. Salvos being Salvation Army. Just is what it is. Anyway, the Vinnies seem to be doing a whole, at least statewide, 5 DVDs for $2. A friend of mine, he went and checked out other ones that held true, so he got a bit of a haul. I just went to my local one. I got some DVDs, and I've I brought out three of them because I think 2 of them I put on the shelf because they were just sort of filling in for quality upgrades. They weren't things I bother showing, but I will show this one because, again, everybody probably knows about this, but I didn't know it was a thing. Did you know there was an 80s Bourne Identity? Because I didn't. I had no idea. Absolutely no idea. From the book by Robert Ludlum, and this is my problem. It's like, I haven't read any of these sort of thriller books from Robert Ludlum, so I suppose if you did, then you probably knew that this existed, but I had no idea. It's got Richard Chamberlain in it, Anthony Quayle, Donald Moffat. It's got people. It's a real movie. Not sure if it was made for cinema, or if it was made for TV. But anyway, yeah, there was a Bourne Identity from what do you have a year on here? Doesn't have a year on here, but it'll be mid-80s, I think. Yeah, 1988. There's a Warner Brothers release. So, yeah, it even references on the back here that it was rebooted in 2002 with Matt Damon. So, there you go. That's news to me, and I mean, there's 60 cents is what this thing cost me. So, yeah, happy to pick it up. Not sure if they have done a blue of this or not. Just an early Warner Brothers release. There you go. Bourne Identity. It's in anamorphic, so that's nice. Check that one out. Did not like the modern ones with Matt Damon. I like Matt Damon in some things, but those films not so much. Yeah, this one I've been told is pretty good. This is Spartan with Val Kilmer. It's actually from David Mamet, who did Heist, so again a real movie. But Val Kilmer, so maybe not so real. With Derek Luke and William H. Macy. Don't know who they are, but here we go. It's a thriller, actiony thriller type thing. Expect the unexpected from Spartan, etc. Blah blah. Val Kilmer commands the screen as Robert Scott, a special ops agent recruited to find the president's kidnapped daughter before the story is exposed by the press. It's always president's kidnapped daughter when you have a thriller, isn't it? It just is. Like those sort of dad thrillers. They're always president's kidnapped daughter. It's amazing. Paired with a novice agent and working alongside Secret Service, FBI, and CIA, Scott uncovers a white slavery ring that may be connected to the disappearance, or maybe just the beginning of a dangerous conspiracy that reaches the highest level. So you're ticking off boxes there. Conspiracy, CIA, like it's just dad thriller. So I'm probably like this. Spartan. Not sure if it's had a Blu-ray or not, but you know, again, 60 cents. Nice release. None of these are ex-rental grubby things. I swapped out a case on one of them, but yep, Spartan. This one I remember seeing come out, and I thought, oh, I might check that out one day. I might get the Blu-ray. I never did. But that's okay. I've got the cheap as chips DVD, Bastille Day. Idris Elba. I like Idris Elba, so yeah, he's having a go here at some kind of actiony thriller thing, holding a gun. But yeah, I don't really know great much about it. It's a breakneck thriller again, and it's got Michael Mason, who was in Game of Thrones apparently, as an American pickpocket living in Paris, who finds himself hunted by the CIA when he steals a bag that contains more than just a wallet. Total dad thriller. Sean Breyer, which is Idris Elba, a field agent on the case, realizes that Michael is just a pawn in a much bigger game, and he's also his best asset to uncover a large-scale conspiracy. Ticking off the dad thrillers. Going against commands, Breyer recruits Michael to use his expert pickpocketing skills to help quickly track down the source of the corruption, etc., etc. It should be fine. It should be entertaining. It's only M-rated, so I don't expect it's going to be like massively violent. You can do a bit with an M, but you're not going to get squibs. Yeah, boring disc in there. There's the back. So yeah, these things were all 60 cents each. There was an absolute truckload of things there. Yeah, I picked out some good ones. I didn't feel that I wanted to come home with a lot that day. I just wanted to come home with some good stuff. This one, a friend of mine, Suzanne. Shout out to Suzanne. She picked this one up for me in South Australia. And this was an Indo film I'd never even heard of. Or is it Thai film? No, it's Malay film, sorry. Return to Murder, also known originally as, on the terrible font on here, Bunohan. Yeah, so Thai film. Yeah, I'll read from the back here. Powerful story of three brothers, Adil, Bakar, and Ilham, whose fates become entwined in the web of deceit and corruption. Fleeing a death match, yes, in Thailand. Adil, the kickboxer, yes, he's on the run from Ilham and the hitman. The chase brings them to their hometown of Bunohan, where they crash into a shady scheme of ambitious businessmen. Bakar, the trio's homecoming, brings to light the past of their father, whose secrets will unravel the lives of all the violence, loss, betrayal, corruption, and murder. It's corruption again. There's no conspiracy in this one. So this is, going to be like a forced to fight kind of deal. Certainly by the back there. Got a bunch of Thai kickboxing. That's cool with me. And yeah, she picked this one up for me, so I was very happy to get this one. Again, not sure if there's a Blu-ray or anything, but yeah, cool. I put it on for a few seconds to check the print. Nice print, and widescreen, and in original Malay and English subtitles. So there you go. Very cool. Return to Murder, Bunohan. There you go. Which I think is what the DVD in might have been the US DVD. One of them it's actually called Bunohan. Oh, UK DVD, I think. Anyway, two more DVDs to go. This one I was talking to Extro again. And this popped up online, and he said it was a funny movie, and it was there, and it was actually an auction to bid on with an opening of 1 cent, and I won it for $10, and it was brand new and sealed. So, Hong Kong film, They Came to Rob Hong Kong. I understand it's more of a comedy, not so much an action comedy. It's more of a comedy, but that's fine. A brand new and sealed Miard DVD, I'll take that. And yeah, it's I can't remember who's actually in it. It's got a bunch of faces that you may recognize if you know Hong Kong cinema. But notorious mainland mobster Yu Tang recruits some ex-cops in China for his plan of massive robberies in Hong Kong. After smuggling the group to Hong Kong, he puts the mainlanders through a grueling workout regime run by perky instructor Jenny. The robbery plan is just a diversion. The real target is to abduct a local politician and kill the cops responsible for the raid on his headquarters. Actually sounds action comedy and not so much just comedy. If you got the word kill and cops, it's not just going to be an outrageous affair, is it? It's going to be some death in this, and it's actually it's a cat 2, so it's more than nothing, not a cat 3. Anyway, there you go. They Came to Rob Hong Kong, and I love that original poster art there. It's very, very nice, very cool. And in here, Get the photo there of the guys. Pop the disc out and get a better look there, which definitely makes it look very comedy. So yeah, keen to check this one out. Should be a bit fun. And as I said, brand new and sealed. So there you go, very cool. And the last DVD, this one I got off a Facebook group, and is a Video Nasty that I have never seen, and I don't think it's got a better release than this. It's one of those, it's only on sort of grey market release kind of deals. We have Blood Song. Not sure if it's any good or not, but the price was right. And it's a German CMV Laservision mini hardbox. So yeah, this is, well, I can't read you from here in the back because it's all in bloody German, but yeah, it's a Video Nasty. Came out in early 80s, I believe. Has a bunch of German here that I cannot read, which is a pain, but it stars Robert Angus and Alan J. Levy, and yeah, the print I did put in was pretty rubbish, but look, we've got that happening. So if you got that happening, well, that, I guess, put you on the Video Nasties list. So there you go, Blood Song. I do like these mini hard boxes. It's a bit like a VHS clamshell, but with a disc in them. So there you go, and I got a few of these CMVs, so yeah, picked it up. If you've seen Blood Song, do report, let me know what it's like. Onto the Blu-rays now. We'll start here at the top, and this is quite a popular film, and we got shafted in this country with it only a DVD. Apparently it was because not many people went and saw it in the cinema. People may have forgotten that COVID was a big thing when this was in the cinema. Sometimes I just don't get distributors. You dump stuff on DVD and then you wonder why it doesn't sell. Duh! Import the UK Blu-ray. Malignant. James Wan film. I'm not huge on this director. He's fine. I've seen, you know, all the most of his films. The Insidious films particularly. I remember when I first watched those, I was actually I thought they were quite bland. I got as far as the second film, I went, oh, it's pretty bland. But then I got a box set, a slimline box set, and I rewatched them all, and I actually enjoyed them a lot more that time. So anyway, I'll give him another go, and Malignant is one that I'm going to be checking out from him. Conjuring films didn't do much for me, to be honest, but Malignant. So I understand it is fairly bonkers, and it's kind of crazy, and it's pretty gory and heaps violent. So that ticks off a bunch of stuff for me. I've had some people tell me that it's really good. I've had some people tell me that it's a piece of crap, but it's highly entertaining. Both these scenarios are fine with me, so I'm sure I'll go in there and have a fun time with Malignant. If you've managed to avoid hearing about it, I'll read a little bit from back here. Director James Wan returns to his roots with a new original horror thriller. I understand it's not that original, but anyway. A woman is paralyzed by shocking visions of grisly murders, and her torment worsens as she discovers that these waking dreams are in fact terrifying realities. Not a great deal to say about that. But there you go, yeah, it's apparently quite long. 112 minutes. There you go. Malignant. Haven't seen it yet, so I can't really comment on it. There you go, got some paraphernalia for the Conjurings in there. Like I said, I watched the first Conjuring, and I thought it was pretty ho-hum. I never watched the second one. So, I don't know, do I need to go back and rewatch the Conjuring films? I mean, as I said, I rewatched Insidious, and I kind of liked them. So, I don't know, do I give them another go? You tell me. But Malignant, I'll be watching that one first. Next up. So that was from Amazon Australia. This is the only Amazon I can really order from anymore, thanks to governments and GSTs and things. But they had a buy two and then get, it might have been 15% off or something like that. They've been doing these deals lately, and the price of Malignant had dropped, and this film, the price had also dropped, and then you put them together, and it ended up being very reasonable, including my free Prime shipping. This one's Possum. Been keen to check this out for ages because that cover is just fantastic. You wouldn't want to be arachnophobic with that cover. Absolutely amazing. It's like a hand, like a pencil drawing spider coming out of a bag on a bed or something. It's yeah, can you spy him deep within, little possum black as sin? I actually don't have a clue what this is about, so I'm going to read this and we'll just go with it. The reason I got it is because, one, it was a good cheap bargain to go with Malignant, and two, so many people have been telling me it's really good, so why not? Possum is a stylish, unique, dark, twisted tale from director Matthew Holness, who did Garth Marenghi's Dark Place. Oh, okay. Alright, so if he's done that, it's going to be a whack job thing. That's good. Wow, I actually didn't realise that. The film follows the story of a disgraced children's puppeteer who returns to his child home and is forced to confront his wicked stepfather and the secrets that have tortured him his entire life. The Film features compelling performances from Sean Harris from Prometheus and Alan Armstrong from Krull. There you go. And original music by the Radiophonic Workshop. That's pretty cool. So it's going to sound very Doctor Who-ish and BBC-ish. So yeah, looking forward to that. Disturbing, curiously beautiful British horror exercise. So there you go. Strange British horror, has lots of star ratings on it. I'll probably like this one. As I said, everybody's been recommending it to me. So there you go. Possum. I've got two here from a little unsung label that are getting bigger and bigger. We're onto sort of the more, label kind of boutique things now. I know everyone here's for the boutiques. But the Film Detective, they've been putting out some great stuff, and they've restored the brain from planet Auros. Man, the last time I watched this was on a public domain DVD, and it was about as entertaining as I expected, and it looked as bad as I thought. But what I found with these Blu-rays from Film Detective is that watching them in high def, and the love and the restoration effort they've put in is really adding at least one more star to the film for me. Like, seeing it properly, it just really is helping. So I'm actually kind of keen now to see the brain from Planet Auros. Like, we're talking, what is this, 1957, a 71-minute black and white, but it's in widescreen. It's got a full frame version as well. I'll read from the back, because this is that classic one with the brain with the eyes that you would have seen that on public domain covers. When Gore, an evil brain from planet Auros, inhabits the body of scientist Steve March, his intention is nothing less than world domination. Lucky for Earth, another intergalactic brain, Vol, offers to assist March's wife Sally in stopping the madness. How does Vol intend to help? By inhabiting Sally's dog. A great example of cut-rate sci-fi from the 50s. Independently produced, feature stars B-movie favourite John Agar from The Mole People and Revenge of the Creature. Was directed by Nathan Duran, master of the genre, who helmed classics. They should have put quotes around that, but they didn't. Classics as The Deadly Mantis, Attack of the 50-Foot Woman, and The Seventh Voyage of Sinbad. Yeah, they actually are classics. But anyway, and they go to not quite the Criterion effort, but they go to a lot of effort here. There's full commentaries, a film introduction, 2 featurettes, and you get nice stuff in here too. You get a full booklet, which is cool. And they're proper discs too now. So when the company first started, they were just doing BDRs, and they're doing them from their own website. And then I think it was with a Bruce Lee film. That's when they went real. And now we have just proper discs now, and they're doing really good jobs. So the brain from Planet Auros, I'm keen to check one out. This one I did check out. Planet Battle of the Worlds Planet. Oh, that's going to keep me going for a while. In all new fantastic colour. See Earth's spaceship in death battle with flying saucers from an enemy planet. This was a riot. This was great fun. Italian sci-fi from 1961. You could literally tell that these things were like dinner plate flying saucers. It was very, very quality. I'll read from the back again. From the height of the Italian sci-fi craze comes Battle of the Worlds, a creepy thriller about a runaway asteroid dubbed The Outsider. Scientists are puzzled as it begins orbiting the Earth before intentions are made clear with an unleashed fleet of lethal flying saucers. Starring the fantastic Claude Rains, who is really, really good in this. He's having a whale of a time, and he's chewing the scenery. Like he's having a great grand old time. Bill Carter, Umberto Orsini, Maya Brent, Jacqueline Duvall, with cinematography by Marcello Massiocchi. Spacefaring thriller comes to you from the Italian genre master known for his willingness to embrace what others might dismiss as kind of trashy. And that's Antonio Margheriti, because this is like his second film, I think. Might have been his second film, maybe his third, but this is some very early Margheriti, and it's worth watching on that alone just to see. And look, the effects are good fun. I enjoyed it. It's it's kind of bland, but I think it's fun. And I always enjoy watching this kind of science fiction when, I've said it before, when it's literally like we haven't gotten to the moon yet. We don't even know how this is going to work. So when they do some of this space travel stuff, it's just that the dynamics of it is just wrong. So it's quaint and it's just fun. And it's similar again here in Battle of the Worlds. They're not quite to the point of the previous one that I watched from Film Detective. was it Flight to Mars, I think, where they're literally eating cucumber sandwiches while the ship's taking off. Yeah, Battle of the Worlds was good fun, and yeah, Margaretti. So there you go. Yeah, this one, I know the poster and I know the VHS, but I never actually got to see this film. So it was a nice timely Blu-ray announcement. So I get to check out High Desert Kill, 1989 US horror film. Really, really cool. Got this one kind of early. Amazon Australia has really got the price wrong on this one. It's like $50 something. I'm not paying that. But DVD and Blu-ray import shop in Sydney City had this cheaper than Amazon, and they had it while Amazon still had it on pre-order. So whatever. High Desert Kill. Mark Singer from Beastmaster. Good old Mark Singer. Anthony Geary from Bunch of TV and Penitentiary 3. And Mika Grant from Waxwork star as three hunters who become hunted in a riveting sci-fi horror adventure set in the Badlands of New Mexico. Three friends embark on a hunting expedition, meet a grizzled mountain man, Chuck Connors. Gotta love Chuck Connors. He was really good in Police Connection. So that's worth the price of entry alone on this for me. It tells them that something has scared away all the animals in the region. As they find themselves reverting to primitive and bizarre behaviour, the men soon discover they're being manipulated in a cruel experiment for a bloodthirsty alien force. Quality stuff. This is a Scorpion Kino release. I saw some screenshots online. The print looks fantastic, but I haven't chucked it in myself yet, but I'm pretty sure it'll go on pretty soon. 92 minutes from 1989. Brand new 2K master. Has the TV aspect ratio version and the widescreen version. So I believe it was made for TV. So yeah, I guess the 133:1 is probably the correct one to watch. But anyway, High Desert Kill. Really looking forward to checking this one out. Okay, the next three are the definition of things I didn't need to buy. Did not need to upgrade them. In fact, I was never going to buy these on. I was happy with the DVDs. I like my Steven Seagal. He's a complete nut a tool, but there's something comforting in watching his direct-to-video movies. They're just these background things I can put on. They're bad, but they're fun. I don't know. I've been through this 1,000 times. I like watching Seagal films. And I ended up on Facebook groups, somebody was selling these for $5 each, and they're actually challenging to get Japanese Blu-rays of some of his direct-to-DVD films. The first one here, this is Ichigeki, which is not the real title. I had to put a sticker on it. Out of Reach, which is earlier in his direct-to-video, sort of like 03 or 4 or something along those lines. As I look at 2005. And that's one I quite like. It's pretty daft. It's got him involved with doing a pen pal with a young girl, which is kind of ridiculous, and it has a lot of overdub when he's not done his own voice. And it's also the start of the spray paint hair, so there you go. But the prints on these are really good. I now have HD direct-to-video Seagal from the early period. I really didn't expect this to happen. But look, the guy was wanting $5 each. So, I'm not made of stone. Ichigeki, Out of Reach. And this one, I watched this as soon as it arrived because this is one of my favourite bad Seagal films. Like, it is legitimately pretty bad, but it's an absolute riot, and it has a fantastic ending. One of the best endings to any of his films. Out for a Kill. Man, there's so many things that is wrong with this film, but it's wildly entertaining. So this is him being he's doing his Indiana Jones. He's a professor archaeology. He's doing a dig somewhere. Trips over the fact that it's not a real dig. It's a triad gang that's putting like stolen drugs and stuff inside the artifacts and then shipping them on. So he becomes like a bit of a mule. He ends up getting thrown in the deep of it. They all think it's him. He gets thrown in jail. He gets out of jail and goes on a bit of a revenge kill for all of the different Chinese bosses. There's like 8 until he gets to the mega boss. And every scene involving the mega boss is pure comedy gold. It's delivered. It's delivered so badly. I love it so much. But yeah, entertaining as hell. And the ending, Yeah, well, I don't want to ruin it, but it involves a samurai sword being thrown from a second-story building and a death, and it's just absolutely amazing. So there you go, out for a kill. $5 HD upgrade that I completely didn't need. A Japanese Blu-ray. What am I doing with my life? But anyway, amazing. And this one's not very good. This is it's I think it might have been trying for cinematic release, and I don't think it got there. This is Ticker. It's a new image film. So this is from 2001. And it's what was it? It's an Albert Pine film. So it's got some Pine-isms in there, but it's just a fairly bland movie. Dennis Hopper and Tom Sizemore clearly don't want to be there. Seagal is being Seagal. Look, it's okay. It's just not one of my favorites at all. But here I am talking about favorites and direct-to-video Seagal, whatever. But again, $5 HD upgrade. I don't know. Moving on, we have some Bruce Willis, but okay, so obviously Bruce has had some problems, and the films coming out are going to be ending soon, because a lot of them have been pulled because he's no longer going to be completing them, but there's still a few more trickling out, and this one's White Elephant. And before you go, oh my god, it's Bruce Willis, it's going to suck, I am guaranteeing that this is going to be a film where it will be good despite him, because this is directed by Jesse V. Johnson, who did Avengement and all other kinds of really good films. Avengement with Scott Adkins, and it's getting all kinds of good reviews and write-ups on the action in this, so that's why you get this film. You got Michael Rooker there, you got Bruce, you've got Olga Kurylenko, and John Malkovich, who's an ant, so he's probably not got very much to do with this, but look, I'm here because it's a Jesse V. Johnson film. That's the reason I'm here, and because I'm a Bruce Willis completist, but whatever. Comes with a slip, which you don't really need because it's exactly the same as the disc inside, but there you go. White Elephant. Next up, we have a great 1974 classic. Man, I haven't watched this since the old Roadshow VHS, but I really, really dug it, and I'm not sure if they did a DVD. If they did, I never got one, but this is, pardon me, the Blu-ray of Savage Sisters. Great slipcover there by Kino. Yeah, this is a wildly fun film. Look at that, just soak in that amazing cover artwork. Yeah, so you've got Gloria Hendry, who was in Black Belt Jones, and Sid Haig, of course, is in this. John Ashley, Cherry Cafaro, Rosanna Ortiz, as written there on the front. I'll read from the back here again. 3 of the world's deadliest women. Gloria Hendry is the colonel, lean, mean, and foxy, with plenty of ammunition stacked in the right places. Sherry Cafaro from Too Hot to Handle is the field marshal, took command of a liberation army to save her men. And Rosanna Ortiz from Savage is the brigadier general, top mama of a female commando unit. Their trouble multiplied by 3, and they've got plans for a spectacular jailbreak, $1 million robbery, and an island revolution. Rip-roaring action-packed adventure from Filipino filmmaking legend Eddie Romero, who did Black Mama, White Mama, so it does have the blaxploitation thing going on as well. But yeah, the Philippine shot. So this is really good fun, Eddie Romero film. It's got Vic Diaz in it, and yes, Sid Haig, as we already said. Got a commentary and a trailer, not a great deal on there, but I'm stoked to get this one in HD. There you go, nothing too exciting. But yeah, really nice. And Kino, I know I've said it before, I don't know others agree with me, but Kino are quietly just putting out fantastic releases. They're doing great upgrades. You know, Arrow 88 are like, look at me, and Vinegar Syndrome's like, look at us, where am I? But then Kino is out there just quietly doing these releases, and they're fantastic. I don't know of a bad Kino release that I've got. They've always been fun. Savage Sisters is no exception. Fantastic. Here's another one that, I had a lot of these type of films. I in fact had 2 box sets a long time ago of these sort of Nazi exploitation films, the SS films. And I kind of got rid of it, and I don't remember why I got rid of it. Probably because I was just looked at it and went, man, that's just too many of these films. So anyway, that was a mistake. But there's a few of them that I do kind of like that are slightly better than all of them. You know, one of them's the Gestapo's Last Orgy. Oh man. And this one is still banned in the UK, so it's an 88 films release, and I think it might have been their first example of a US release. because they can't release this in the UK. So, you know, that's a really crappy slip. I can't show. Yes, I can show that. That's much better. That's much better. And yeah, whew, god damn. Yeah, a few things you can't get away with anymore. But yeah, what year was this? 1977. Still banned in the UK as one of the infamous video nasties. In the tradition of the Night Porter, Salon Kitty and Salo, but far more depraved comes the most notorious Nazi exploitation epic of them all. Daniela Levy stars as a beautiful young death camp prisoner forced into a nightmare of brutality, torment, and sexual degradation. But will a commandant's vilest urge trigger her ultimate vengeance? Mark Loud co-stars in a fetid slice of filth strudel. Filth strudel. That's amazing. Filth strudel. I'm going to call every horrible German type film about Germans filth strudel. That's amazing. Also known as Last Orgy of the Third Reich, and Caligula reincarnated as Hitler. Oh man. Now presented on Blu-ray for the very first time. Can I show this back? I can just about show the back of it. What a slimy, horrible film this is, but there you go. Directed by Cesar Canavari. What else did he do? That's not a director's name that immediately comes to mind. Anyway, there you go. So, Gestapo's Last Orgy. Holy Christ! All right, keeping the theme in the gutter. Oof, Dr. Lamb, which turns out to be a much later film than I was expecting. This movie is from when was this? Well, it's not written on the back, but I remember it being quite later. But anyway, might have been it actually says on here 2003 Golden Sun Films. Is that actually right? Is this a 2000s film? Anyway, whatever. Dr. Lamb has been rescued from Cat 3 DVDs from Hong Kong, and now Unearthed has done another lovely Blu-ray like they did with Untold Story. Mentally disturbed taxi driver lusts for blood every rainy night, and several young women are brutally murdered. He likes to take photos of the victims' dismembered bodies as his special mementos after sex with their corpse. It gets worse and worse. And stores their severed breasts in pickle jars. Holy Jesus Christ! Inspector Lee and his team are called on the case in a bizarre, nasty, and notorious Cat 3 film. You don't say. Anyway, delightful. Again, another slip you don't really need because it's the same. Let's see if there's anything different in here. No, but you do get a booklet, which is nice. I can show some, lots of text. Expecting to see some horrible filth in there, but anyway. Yeah, it's not my favourite from these ones. Like Untold Story is probably the best one, but it's still a good film. It's good. It's a good film, and these boobs in pickle jars. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say. It's slimy and horrible. And starring Danny Lee, directed by Danny Lee, starring Simon Yan, and yeah, there you go, another one from Unearthed Classics. I love how it's on the classics, number 8 if you're playing spine numbers, which I'm not anymore. Next up, 88 Films, who are coming to a close with their Shaw Brothers line. This might be the last one now. Flying Guillotine Part 2. That's quite a lot of Shaws, and I hope everybody has now noticed that the Arrow Volume 2 box is up for pre-order. I will be pre-ordering that soon. We're getting so many good Shaw Brothers films from 88, Eureka, and Arrow now. Like Hong Kong stuff is getting proper respect. Tangent for a long time, and I know my mate Extra the Mutilator agrees with me on this one. But anyway, Flying Guillotine Part 2. Not seen this one, but it does involve Flying Guillotine, which looks hilarious. Follow-up to Flying Guillotine, cited as one of Quentin Tarantino's favourite movies, Flying Guillotine Part 2, aka Palace Carnage, continues in the same vein as the original with its visceral mix of martial arts expertise and weapons-grade violence. Fight against the evil Emperor's reign of terror, outlaw rebel Ma Teng joins a group of female freedom fighters. However, she soon finds herself embroiled not in a battle with the enemy forces, but with the group's leader, torn family loyalties. Brutal, fast and furious, Flying Guillotine 2 is even more of off-kilter Shaw Brothers entry than the usual, containing familiar tropes as well as unique elements. Arguably the best of the Flying Guillotine sequels, rolling along at an impressively enjoyable pace. So there you go. We've got the slip, collector's booklet inside, I'll show you in a minute. We get another poster. We get in English mono, Mandarin with subs, commentary, trailer, etc., etc. So there you go, another nice release. And if it's the last one, well, there you go. They've had a very good run. There's the original poster, disc, and the other poster, and a booklet. So nice stuff there. As I said, haven't seen this one before, so looking forward to checking it out. Flying Guillotine Part 2. Another one from 88. This one's Beware My Brethren. Love that cover. That's a really good cover. Enjoy that one. Is that the same underneath? No. Got this one underneath. Anyway, now I can't get it back on. I suck. Anyway, UK film, but quite a gone under the radar kind of one. I don't think many know about this. It's from 1971, the Tygon Pictures. So, you know, you had your Hammer, and you also had your Amicus, and you had your Tygon, who was like the third one, the lower tier. They did plenty of fun films though. Brief in the back here. Robert Hartford Davies thrills with this early 70s British shocker, mixing religious fanaticism with sexploitation and horror in the downbeat gritty story of lust, murder and terror. When widow Birdie joins a fundamentalist sect called the Brethren, she soon finds herself at the centre of a fire and brimstone existence, where sin is dealt with in violent rather than spiritual terms. Riffing on previous works like Psycho and Peeping Tom, Beware My Brethren taps into a distorted mindset of an unhinged killer, providing a bleak yet sensationalised take on the British thriller, starring Patrick McGee from Mask of the Red Death, and Beware My Brethren is must for all lovers of cult horror, etc., etc. So there you go. Yeah, looking forward to checking this one out. It's one that's completely bypassed. I had no idea what this was until it was listed. I went, that looks old. Is it a modern film trying to look old? What is this? I had no idea. But there you go. Beware My Brethren has an AKA. Is that, maybe that's on one of the other images? No, perhaps it's not. Well, there's another cover artwork for you underneath the disc. It did have another title. And yeah, booklet, which was nice. So there we go. And all manner of features again. We get slipcase booklet. You get commentary, another commentary from Troy Haworth, who does all kinds of commentaries and books these days. You get One Moment in Time, Vic Pratt on The Fiend, so a featurette, A Woman on a Mission, and Todd and the Fiend version comparison, original trailer, new artwork, etc., and reversible sleeves. So there you go. Yeah, this will be a fun one to check out. Beware My Brethren. If you've seen it, do report in. Got a VSA. The only Vinegar Syndrome in this update. That's not happened in some time. There was a couple of, this batch and the last batch, there's not been a great deal I've been interested in. It's been a lot less than usual, but I had to get Cyber Vengeance. God damn, Matthias Hughes in HD, of course I'm picking this one up. VSA titles, so good. Unfortunately, no original poster artwork with this one. They've just kept the same. I'm not a big fan of that thing. I don't know, they could have used something older, like a VHS cover or whatever, but anyway, I'll read a little bit from the back here. In the year 2005, the future, prison system has been completely privatized, and cyber prisons have become a new means for housing the guilty. The bodies of inmates are kept in suspended animation, their minds are kept in a virtual reality prison. Great stuff. Business tycoon R.D. Crowley, played by Robert Darby, classic, has found a way to capitalize on these virtual prisons by allowing rich men to pay in order to engage in a form of virtual reality hunting that has real-life consequences for the inmates. Man, a VR version of Deadly Prey, it's what you want. Will, a guard at one of these prisons, soon finds himself coerced into this virtual cat and mouse game. Armed with his knowledge of history along with his expert skills in virtual reality, Will must work with the inmates in order to save their lives and escape from the prison before it's too late. So there you go. Should be fun. Haven't seen this one before. Just missed the DVDs. There's a few cheapy DVDs I think that have happened on this one, but yeah, has not happened for me before. But it does have Matthias Hughes. I'm not entirely sure on what level he's in this, but he's definitely on the cover, so that's a good thing. 22-minute making of, which is brand new, very cool. Yeah, that's about it. Not much else on there. just the making of. So there you go. Very good, very nice. Cyber Vengeance on VSA. Happy to get that one. Can I get it in? Yes. Sometimes very tough to get those ones back in. There you go. Double-sided. Very nice. And the last Blu-ray in this pile. Well, if you want this, get it now. It is out of print, and it is whatever's left in the shops is what you can get. That is it. This is The Beast, a film I was unaware of. Imprint announced it. Didn't know what this was, but again, Extra the Mutilator. He was very excited by the release of this thing. 1988 war film, war drama, set in the Russia-Afghanistan war. Apparently, it's quite brutal. It's got certain scenes involving tank executions. So yeah, it's all about the tank. The Beast is the tank. So yeah, I don't know too much about it. It's just been getting raved on, and then when Imprint announced that it was now out of print, before it was available in retailers, it was out of print. So I jumped on it and made sure I could get a copy of it, and now I've got it. So in Afghanistan, 1981. The Soviet Union is locked in a futile, bloody battle with the Mujahideen, I'm not going to be able to say that, guerrillas, separated from their patrol. Crew of Russian T-62 tank engages in a deadly game of cat and mouse with a local insurgent. So, yeah, nasty stuff in this film, I understand. Pretty crappy original artwork there. I much prefer the one on the slip. So, yeah, when they do the inevitable reissue without the slip, if they use that cover, makes it look like some kind of modern war film. It probably won't sell very well. That would be my guess. There you go. There's the inside. Very cool. Starring George Zudanza, Jason Patrick, Stephen Bauer, Stephen Baldwin. There you go. The Beast. In nice slip. Number 143. I'm not collecting all these, my god. The Beast by Imprint. It has been a long time since I've shown a new Japanese VHS on one of these updates, so I'm very happy to do so this time. Got these off Facebook from a seller in Japan, and they arrived in 8 days from shipping, whereas my Mondo Macabro order from the US has said preparing to print the label for 15 days. So hey, whatever. The first one I'm going to show here, 2 films we have here, is called Firefight. Look at that glorious cover. Just soak it in. That's so good. 1989 film, I think. This is a post-apocalyptic action thing. That's all I needed to know. It's never had a DVD. It's got a US tape, I think. Kind of a hard one to find. It's going to be incredibly cheap. Absolutely. Director is a guy called, I think his name is Scott Pfeiffer. Is it Scott Pfeiffer? Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, there it is. Scott Pfeiffer. It's written on the front here. Who's only directed one other film, which I think was called Merchant of Evil. But he's been like a producer on a handful of things, including Scarecrows for the Asylum, and also produced Frogtown 2. That's right, the sequel to Frogtown. Woo! Anyway, Firefight. This looks like it's going to be good fun. Look at that trash. It's going to be post-apoc action. I love my post-apoc actioners. You've got mutations. You've got bludgeoning weapons. It looks like a love story going. Oh, it's going to be fantastic. Minty, lovely tape here on a label called Starlight, who I think might be my first tape by that label. Take a look inside. Very nice, clean tape. Starlight. There we go. All in Japanese there. So, it's been so long since I've shown something like this, I might have to give a bit of an explanation. The Japanese tapes are in generally English audio, with obviously burnt in Japanese subs, but the reason these tapes are so good is usually the prints are the best you'll get, and the physical quality of the tape. I don't have moldy, and I've never had a chewed Japanese tape. Whereas my Australian tapes, they mold up by just you looking at them, and they get chewed by idiots that don't know how to, they use crappy LG VCRs or something. But Japanese being Japanese, take care of their things, use quality equipment, use quality media when they're making this stuff. So that's why I have so many Japanese VHS tapes. And it's also a way to see these films. Sometimes these are the only ways to see them. In these cases, yeah, you could get other editions of the films, but and the price was good and the quality is there. Firefight. Really looking forward to checking out this one. This one was the reason I made the order, because I absolutely love this film. Filipino shot actioner, 1987, Tiger Shark. This is a really good fun one. it's a mix of it's a mix of some parts Indiana Jones and some parts like Strike Commando, a bit more urban but Philippines. Like it's a mix of all kinds of 80s action, but from directed by Philippines kind of stuff. Directed by Emmett Alston. He did Nine Deaths of the Ninja is one that he's done. He's done a few films, so yeah. This is a really good fun one. You watch it on YouTube if you have to. There's no DVD again. I have the Australian VHS of this, but to get a quality Japanese tape, yep, I was very, very happy to pick this one up. Take a look inside. Again, not a nice case. A little bit foggy on the windows there, but not mold or anything, just a little bit foggy. There you go. Nice clam. There's the back. All in Japanese, but as I said, English audio, Japanese subs. So sometimes these films on Japanese tapes are in widescreen or letterbox. In this case, they're not. They're both full screen, but they're still going to be really good prints. So very happy with that. Yeah, there you go. Japanese VHS of Tiger Shark. I'm pretty stoked. And we'll end on 2 Blu-ray box sets. I once again will just scream from the top of my lungs, Golden Age, Golden Age. This is the second golden age of home media. DVDs when they first came on there was like, game changer. Throw out your tapes. DVDs here, it's amazing. Took off. And sure, there are all the cries about physical media dying and all that kind of thing. And yeah, sure, there might be a point within the next 5 years you will not be able to go into a physical shop and buy the latest Avengers film on disc. But there are still all of these boutique companies that will be doing mail order, and they're going to getting crazier and crazier with the things they're putting out. Because now we have a complete box set of the Tiger Cage films. What the absolute hell? Look at that cover art. So good, so good. It had a slip thing, but I put it in a box. It's just amazing to me that we actually have these things on HD now. I've had Tiger Cage 1 and 2 on DVD. Never seen the third. But man, all right, we'll just take a quick look inside. They are fantastic Hong Kong action films. We get a book, there you go, with interviews and photos, and like this is a very in-depth booklet. Hyper violent, these ones, good fun. Here's the first film. I've reversed them and put on the Hong Kong posters. There you go. I'll read a little bit from the back here. A team of police officers in an anti-drug unit, including Fong, that's Jackie Cheung, bust a drug deal. When the dealer escapes, they find themselves being marked for death, not only by the dealers, but by an informant and mole in their ranks. And it has a classic photo which happens in like more Hong Kong films than you'd think, where you've got like a bride that's crying over like a corpse or someone that's dying. It's either that or the bride has a machine gun. Like it's one of the two. They love getting brides into these things. So there you go. Brand new artwork, which you've seen there on the box. Reversible sleeve, which we're seeing here. New 2K restoration. English mono, Cantonese mono with subs, Mandarin mono with alternate music score. Interesting. With subs. Audio commentary. Vincent Lin's personal behind-the-scenes footage. Tiger King, an archive interview with Donnie Yen. It's just great. It's just amazing that this stuff exists. There you go. There's your bride. Fantastic. Poster. There you go. I won't fold that out, but amazing. Tiger Cage. And here, make sure I got it right. Tiger Cage 2. Very busy cover there. And the back. Quickly read from the back. Dragon Yor, who's Donnie Yen, is a hot-headed ex-cop whose attitude has got him in trouble with the bosses and his wife. He is pursued by authorities, triads after witnessing a murder, and a robbery, becomes entangled with a divorce lawyer, Mandy Rosamund Kwan, as they try and seek justice. This one I enjoyed more than the first film. It is, again, extra violent. Brand new artwork, reversible sleeve, blah blah. Same audio options, audio commentary with action specialist Mike Leader and Arnie Vanema from HK Cut. I don't know who that is. Audio commentary with Asian cinema expert Frank Zheng and original Hong Kong trailer. So there you go. Another nice one. No poster in there. There you go. part 2, and then part 3, which is the one I've not seen. There's the poster. Go in the back. Very cool. James Cheng Kwak Leong is a top cop for the Commercial Crime Bureau, but he, his girlfriend Suki, Shala Sheung, and his enterprising colleague John Michael Wong soon find themselves under attack from a slick businessman that they have under surveillance. There you go. That's all I know about this one. Never seen it, and has the same audio options, audio commentary, and yeah, there you go. Trailers and stuff. So another one. Very cool. Amazing that we have these things. I don't think anyone expected this box set to be a thing. And here we are. And now we have Eureka announcing the In the Line of Duty films. It is just mental, and it is a great time to be a collector. So anybody that tells you, why don't you just watch things on Tubi? Why are you paying for it? Just get a Netflix and chill, bruh. You tell them to spin on your middle digit because you have a Tiger Cage box set. Amazing. And the last one, I'm on a real Giallo kick at the moment. I've been watching lots of obscure Giallo. I've been enjoying the box sets coming out. I've actually been watching a lot of custom discs of things that don't have official releases. Stuff that, fans have taken, the video from an Italian TV broadcast, and then someone's made custom subtitles in English. I've been really digging deep with some second and third tier Giallo films. And Arrow, Vinegar Syndrome, they've all been doing it, putting out some really classic stuff and some sub-classic stuff. This is somewhere in the middle. This is films that are pretty obscure. This is Giallo Essentials, the Black Edition. They've done previous ones as a red box, yellow box, which has just been just reissues. They just had things they already put out, like Pajama Girl Killer and that kind of thing, and they just throw them in a box. And I thought that's all they were going to keep doing, because Arrow's just doing a lot of that stuff lately. Just doing reissues and nothing too exciting that often. But this was all new stuff for them. So first we get a nice slip, which has I love that they've gone with this. The old pulp Giallo novels had that circle photo and a yellow background that had like a key photo in a circle. Very cool. Comes off. You got there the key art there from the Killer Reserve 9 seats, and there's the box. So the films we get in here, which I've put on the Italian poster, so I'll show you the English here. Smile Before Death, which has not had a home video since VHS as far as I'm aware. The Weapon, the Hour, the Motive, which is also, I think, a disc premiere. And Killer Reserve 9 Seats, which is, it had a Cinema Obscura, is it Cinema? Camera Obscura. Blu-ray, and I think it's the same transfer on here, so there you go. But still, this is a bit more wide release than that company. There you go, Killer Reserve 9 Seats, Smile Before Death, and yeah, there you go. Just amazing. They're digging a bit more deep with these films. So this one is good fun. I watched that one on the old release. I imagine it's the same on here, read from the back. Typically associated with modern urban environs, not all Giallo films were international jet-setters. The genre played host to a diverse array of locations, while a handful even embraced the creative opportunities afforded by their confining scenes of unbridled sadism to a single building. Which is true. This is, yeah, it's very much like a game of Cluedo or something. Like everyone's stuck in the house. Veteran director Giuseppe Benatti, who did Operazione Notte, the Killer Reserve 9 Seats stands out, particularly accomplished example of the form. Eccentric nobleman Patrick Devenant, who's Chris Avram from A Bay of Blood, invites an assortment of wealthy degenerates, including Italian cult mainstays Andrea Scotti from Django, Prepare a Coffin, and Howard Ross from the Pajama Girl case. Amazing I mentioned that. To tour the theatre attached to his ancestral home. Before long, however, the assembled pleasure seekers find themselves locked inside, along with a ruthless killer who proceeds to pick them off one by one, using a variety of brutal and creative methods. This is a good one. It was until the German release was very long lost. And that's what I'm really enjoying about these things, is that so often they are bypassing DVD. They've gone from muddy Greek VHS to Blu-ray, and it's happening more and more. So you can just jam your physical media is dying. We're getting stuff like this take your Tubi and all the ads, and you can go shove them up your clacker. Yeah, so anyway, amazing, fantastic. Yeah, here's the yeah, it's a weapon, the hour, the motive. I'll cut to the second paragraph. A young priest, Don Giorgio from Maurizio Bonguli from the Fifth Chord. Fifth Chord's a good one. Secretly engaged in affairs with two women. Orchidia, what a great name, who's Betty Norardi from Calling All Police Cars, and Guilia, Eva Samaris from The Killer Reserve 9 Seats. Not long after he attempts to break things off with both women, he is found stabbed to death in his church. Police Commissioner Franco Boito, that's Renzo Montagnani, Massacre in Rome, I don't know Massacre in Rome, arrives to investigate only to embark on an affair with Orchidia himself. As more victims meet their end at the hands of the killer, could the wide-eyed young boy who lives in the local convent hold the key to unlocking the mystery? I love that, the wide-eyed young boy. Do we have a Bob? There can be somebody like Bob. I hope it's a Bob. Has horny priests and self-flagellating nuns. Yes! Absolute winner. Weapon, the hour, the motive. Much prefer that they're putting the real poster arts on here. Yeah, like their new one, just I don't know. Why bother? Just key art, so good, so good. And last film we're going to be talking about, Smile Before Death. And I watched this one. I'll put it right in the middle. Like, this was fine. It was okay. It's fine. I'll give it an extra half a star because it was so freaking rare until this disc came out. But it did kind of drag a little bit, and I think the fact that you knew that, no, I probably should shut up. Anyway, I don't want to spoil anything more than I allegedly just did. But anyway, it's got a really good final 15, and it gets pretty twisty and more twists, and then even more twists. So that's the main thing for this film. It's just a little bit of a lull in the middle there. 1972 film. After spending years away at boarding school, teenager Nancy, that's Jenny Turnberry from The Suspicious Death of a Minor, that's a good one, returns home to reconcile with her estranged mother, only to learn that she recently died in an apparent suicide. Nancy quickly suspects her cash-strapped stepfather Marco, Silvano Tranquilli from The Bloodstained Butterfly, another good one, and his mistress Gianna, Rosalba Neri from The French Sex Murders, a very slimy one, of having murdered the wealthy matriarch. But the truth is even more shocking. All three soon find themselves embroiled in a complex web of double and triple crosses in which nothing and nobody are quite what they seem. So there you go. It's an infectious Lolita-esque title theme. Yeah, the theme song on this will be stuck in your head for days, and it's annoying that it does that because it's pretty cheesy, but yeah, it'll be stuck in your head for ages. So yeah, again, more extras. We have brand new video interview with Stefano Amadio. I watched a little bit of that. I did watch all of it. And a never before seen extended nude scene not used in the final film. So they've really dug deep. So good. The custom art on this one's not too bad, but again, there's no need for it because the original Locandina poster artwork is so good. So there you go. Giallo Essentials, a black box edition. And really, I mean, there's still a heap of films that need proper upgrades, proper releases, but you know, we're really getting some good stuff now and some obscure things. So there you go. Giallo Essentials, Smile Before Death, The Weapon, the Hour, the Motive, and The Killer Reserve 9 Seats from Arrow. That is my DVD, Blu-ray, and double VHS update. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like, subscribe, check out that guy, check out that guy. I'll see you all next time.